At the heart of every successful business story lies one defining factor: mindset. Before profit appears on balance sheets, and before power is recognized in the market, success is first built in the way an entrepreneur thinks. The Reagan Rise Business Mindset begins with a clear shift from merely surviving in business to strategically rising with purpose, discipline, and vision. Too many businesses operate in reaction mode. They respond to problems, chase short-term gains, and fear competition. This survival mindset limits growth because it focuses on avoiding failure rather than creating success. The Reagan Rise mindset challenges this approach. It teaches us that business is not about playing safe, it is about playing smart. Strategic power comes from planning ahead, understanding market dynamics, and making decisions rooted in long-term value rather than temporary comfort. A rising business leader understands that profit is not luck, it is the result of intentional thinking. Every decision, whether about pricing, partnerships, branding, or investment, must be aligned with a clear strategy. This means replacing emotional decisions with informed ones, replacing hesitation with calculated action, and replacing excuses with execution. When mindset changes, behavior changes, and when behavior changes, results follow. Another critical element of this mindset shift is ownership. Reagan Rise thinking demands full responsibility. Market conditions, competition, or economic pressure may influence outcomes, but they never define leadership. Powerful business leaders take ownership of both success and failure. They analyze mistakes not to assign blame, but to extract lessons. This accountability creates resilience, a quality essential for sustained growth in any competitive environment. Equally important is the mindset of value creation. Profit is not the starting point, value is. Businesses that focus solely on money often collapse under pressure, but those that focus on solving problems, improving lives, and delivering consistent value naturally attract profit and influence. Reagan Rise thinking reframes profit as a reward for impact, not the sole objective. This shift builds trust with customers, loyalty with teams, and credibility in the market. Finally, this mindset embraces continuous growth. Markets evolve, technologies change, and consumer expectations rise. A stagnant mindset leads to decline, while a learning mindset fuels dominance. Reagan Rise leaders invest in knowledge, skills, and innovation. They stay curious, adaptable, and forward-looking. They understand that real power in business is not control, it is relevance. In essence, the first step toward profit, power, and success is internal. When a leader upgrades their mindset, the business begins to rise with clarity and confidence. The Reagan Rise Business Mindset is not about thinking bigger for motivation alone. It is about thinking sharper, acting stronger, and leading with strategic intent. This foundation sets the stage for everything that follows in the journey toward lasting business success. A powerful mindset sets the direction, but strategic discipline determines the outcome. In the Reagan Rise Business Mindset, vision without discipline is only intention, not achievement. True profit and lasting power are built when bold ideas are supported by consistent, focused execution. This is where many businesses fail. Not because they lack ambition, but because they lack structure. Strategic discipline means doing the right things repeatedly, even when they are uncomfortable or slow to show results. It is the ability to stay committed to a plan while others are distracted by shortcuts or trends. In business, excitement may start the journey, but discipline sustains growth. Reagan Rise leaders understand that consistency is not limitation, it is leverage. Profit does not come from random effort, it comes from systems. Pricing strategies, operational processes, customer engagement, and financial controls must be designed with clarity and followed with precision. Discipline ensures that every department, every decision, and every dollar aligns with the core business strategy. When discipline is absent, revenue leaks through inefficiency, confusion, and poor execution. Another critical aspect of strategic discipline is prioritization. Not every opportunity deserves attention. Not every idea deserves investment. Reagan Rise thinking teaches leaders to focus on high-impact actions rather than busy work. This requires the courage to say no, no to distractions, no to unaligned partnerships, and no to short-term gains that weaken long-term positioning. Power in business often comes from what you refuse to chase. Discipline also strengthens leadership credibility. Teams do not follow words, they follow patterns. When leaders operate with consistency, fairness, and clarity, trust grows. Expectations become clear, performance improves, and accountability becomes part of the culture. A disciplined organization does not depend on motivation alone. It operates on standards, and standards are what turn effort into results. Strategic discipline further demands measurement and adjustment. Reagan Rise leaders do not fear data, they rely on it. They track performance, analyze outcomes, and refine strategies based on evidence, not ego. This discipline transforms mistakes into feedback and challenges into opportunities. Businesses that measure wisely grow deliberately, while those that guess blindly stagnate. Most importantly, discipline protects the vision during difficult times. Every business faces pressure, economic shifts, competition, internal setbacks. In these moments, discipline becomes the anchor. It prevents emotional decisions, reckless spending, and strategic drift. Reagan Rise leaders stay calm under pressure because their actions are guided by principle, not panic. In the journey toward profit and power, discipline is the bridge between desire and dominance. Vision defines where you want to go, but discipline decides whether you arrive. The Reagan Rise Business Mindset recognizes that success is not built in dramatic moments, but in daily execution, showing up prepared, acting intentionally, and refining continuously. When mindset and discipline work together, profit becomes predictable, power becomes sustainable, and success becomes scalable. Strategic discipline is not about restriction, it is about control over direction, resources, and outcomes. And that control is what separates rising businesses from those that remain stuck in potential.